First base location I'm going to show you is pretty much this whole island right here. It's pretty massive, to be honest. Everywhere's flat, so you could build anywhere on this and you're going to just get the same flatness everywhere. If you can just see me going around, and I'm not, apart from the trees and like little rocks, the actual terrain itself is just perfectly flat, so you can build pretty much anywhere here. Yeah, just look at this. This is probably the flattest area, or definitely one of the flattest areas on the whole map. I thought I'd just show this whole island because, I mean, this whole island is pretty much just a flat base location. Anything you've wanted to build, you can pretty much build here. It's got loads of resources. You've got your crystal. There's even metal, and I think the metal, yeah, over here, there's metal, and the metal's got like moss on it, so it might be hard to spot at first, but there's definitely metal here. There's crystal, there's stone, there's wood. You got your fiber, your berries. You've pretty much got everything here. And the actual crystal wyverns spawn here as well. As you can see, there's an alpha blood wyvern down there, and I think this is just a tropical crystal wyvern. But yeah, these they definitely spawn here, so if you're looking for them, you could come here as well. I'll go down and show you the basic coordinates. So we've got 83.5, 19.3, and you can see it there on the map. It's just right in the southwest corner of the map. It's pretty much just, it is the last island actually, so pretty easy to find. This area is just massive, so you're not really going to have any trouble finding it. This is another island that's really flat as well. As you can see, the last base location I showed you is that island right off in the distance over there. But this one's actually a lot smaller. So if you don't want like a massive area to have to protect like on PvP, or if you just want a smaller island to yourself, I mean this island's big enough for a few people on PvE anyways, but it's really cool. They've got this real cool path that goes all the way through it, and you could build like a town or something like that on the edges. It's really cool. It's got the similar resources like the crystals. I think there's metal in here, but I'm not too sure. But you've got pretty much everything for building. And on this island, I don't think there's actually anything aggressive on it, so it's pretty good for starting as well. And obviously you've got quick access to the water. And I'll show you the coordinates for these as well. As you can see, 83.9, 30.1, and the map, as you can see, again, it's the southwest portion of the map, but this one's kind of more to the right of the southwest portion of the map, so for some reason the icon's not showing up, but there we go. You can see it. It's bugging out for some reason. But there you can see it. It's right on that island. It's almost touching the land. We've got another flat area down here, and this is at the southeast part of the map. As you can see, this is really flat around here. There's a few like flat plateaus like this around this location, and there's also a well, and there's metal here as well, as you can see. So there's quite a few different resources. Let me get off and show you the actual coordinates. So here we go. We've got 72.4, 55.4. And this is in like the southeast part of the map, and it's kind of right next to the border of the southeast and the southwest. But overall, I wouldn't recommend this area for PvP, but for PvE, having a little flat space, it's pretty decent. The next spot's a really flat, long beach area. And there's a few plateaus just above that are really flat as well, like this whole area around here. Again, lots of trees, lots of stone, lots of resources. And it's pretty safe around here in general. You might get a couple of like capros every now and then, but for the most part, this area is pretty safe. As you can see, it's pretty flat. It's not the flattest, but you have a nice view. You've got a good amount of space. And it looks off straight into the ocean, which is pretty nice, especially for PvE. I'll show you the coordinates. Coordinates are 70.6 and 84.7. And I'll show you the map as well. As you can see, it's to the right side of the map in the southeast portion, right on the edge close to the border. So it's pretty easy to find because you can just go all the way around the edge and find it if you're having trouble. The next area is the floating mountains, but this one's more towards the back side. Still the southeast portion of the map, but kind of more eastern. I'll just fly around and show you a quick little bit. As you can see, these areas are pretty flat. These will be decent for PvP as well. But you could definitely make some cool PvE bases also. I think there's actually like a rat hole around here as well. Let me get to it. Yep, it's up here. You can see this is actually pretty good base location for PvP. Just land. And I'll show you the coordinates. Coordinates are 50.4 and 80.9. And you can see right there, we're almost on the eastern border. The next flat base locations area is this kind of valley, like plains area. This is another one of those places where it's got the massive open flat spaces, as you can see here. But the main part that I wanted to show you is down towards kind of the plains area, which is down here. And I'll show you the coordinates once I land. This area is quite hostile though. There's lots of arges, mammoths that can get in your way. There's dire wolves. I think there's rexes around here as well, so just keep that in mind. Lots of crystal, lots of different resources. Yep, it's this part down here. Really flat. Again, one of the flattest areas on the map. As you can see, just look at that. There are a few bumps, but overall this area is really, really flat. And a lot of the actual hills, once you get up onto the plateaus, these are really flat as well. So they're really good for PvP and PvE around here. The coordinates are 44.1, 44, or 42.2. And you can see that we're almost in the actual center of the map. So pretty easy to find. Another flat area is this area down here. This is like the northern part of the map. As you can see, these kind of icy parts here, these are really flat. They look unusually flat actually. And then also down here is really flat as well. Got a big flat area. And that's 14.3, 44.7. And as you can see, we're pretty much almost just straight northern. Keep in mind that this area is really hostile. You've got the actual cold to deal with. You've got arges, you've got rexes, you've got direwolves. Pretty much all the bad stuff you've got to deal with here. But you have got easy access to the water as well. So I think this is more of a harder location to be. The next flat spot is this Redwoods Cliff Plateau area. As you can see, it's got a decent amount of size to it. You obviously got the redwood trees to build on. You got loads of wood around here. Lots of crystal because it's crystal isles. And you've also got lots of stone, or a decent amount of stone for redwoods anyways. So again, this one's another great one because you've got access to the water as well. And you can easily wall that off behind you. And it's actually pretty hard to get to. So at the end of here, I don't know about PvP. It might be decent for PvP. But yeah, this is another great one. I tried to do base locations that weren't as obvious. Like, I'm not just going to do all the islands on like the Crystal Islands area because I feel like that's pretty obvious. And then the Plains area, it's pretty obvious. Like, a lot of those areas are flat, so I only showed a couple from them. So I tried to go for areas that weren't as, you know, just obvious. So anyways, here's the coordinates, 30.3 and 20.1. And then on the map, the next flat area is down here. It's actually pretty close to the White Cliffs Crystal Islands area. It's like on the border between the desert and the Crystal Isles area. And if you come down here, I'll show you the coordinates. Really flat. Another one of these big, massive flat areas. Lots of resources again. This map's full of resources, to be honest. But let me land. Got 69.5, 38.3. And for the map, we have, you can see it right there. It's almost like on the corner of the 70 lat and 40 long, but not quite. The next area is in this kind of valley with these big pink blossom trees. And there's actually a few areas around here that are really flat as well. You've got these plateaus all the way around here and up there. There's lots of resources. I can see metal there as well. All the types of resources you need can be found around here, but it is quite hostile. There's RGs, Rexes, Utis, all that type of stuff. Carnos. But it's just down to this point here, right in the valley between these big massive spires. And it's just like around this area. Just down here. As you can see, it's really pretty around here as well. Really cool. Anyways, the map is 38.2, 57.2. And you can see there. In this video, I tried to go for less obvious flat locations. Because to be honest, generally a lot of the flat locations are in the same areas as each other. So I didn't want to just show loads of the same area. I wanted to do a few in majority of the biomes. I know Crystal Isle isn't out on console quite yet, it'll be a couple of months, but if this video helps you out, then leaving a like, commenting down below, subscribing, notifications on, all helps me out. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.